right, it's doing a pretty good job. There's a little bit of smearing left. And it's going to do 2 passes, which I recommend if you have big muddy messes in a room. It can do up to 3 passes, which would be very good. Wow. Hello everyone, it's Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do the mopping test on this brand new Mova P10 Pro Gen 2. This is going to be the preliminary mopping test. This is not my final results or my scoring on this, but if you want to see how well it's doing, when I first got it, I just did the unboxing. We're going to check the corner cleaning capabilities, long hair management, cables, and how well it avoids that sock. This is the Gen 2. I absolutely love the original Mova P10 Pro, but I just got the Gen 2. Now I'm going to be scoring this and grading this, but I will not be giving it my Just a Dad sticker seal of approval until after I take it to my house for 3 months. I'm going to use it here at the studio for about a couple weeks. Then I take it to my house. Then I'll start scoring it on hair trap tests, clutter course, corner crush. And I've got this hassle factor. How often do I have to kind of hassle with it? So the final score will be after 3 months, and that's when we'll find out whether it gets the Just a Dad sticker seal of approval. And the Mova P10 Pro Gen 2 has a redesigned docking station. So the water is going to squirt out kind of towards the front, and this is like a metal heating element here. We'll have to see how well that does. Now I do buy all these robot vacuum cleaners with my own money, and you can find out which ones I approve of the best and when they go on sale on my website, justadadapproved.com. I do use affiliate links. If you purchase a product using an affiliate link from my website or in this video, I do earn a small commission from the sale. I buy these robots with my own money so you don't waste yours. Before you buy it, I test it. Before you overpay, I warn you. My job is to help you avoid bad products and bad prices. So here's the bottom side of the Mova P10 Pro Gen 2. It does have the standard brush roller. The side brush does extend into the corner. The mop pad extends. It can raise them up and down. It's got a carpet sensor. There is no camera on the front, so if you're concerned about privacy, it does have an obstacle avoidance sensor, and it does have LiDAR navigation, which is my #1 feature that I love. Here's the docking station where you're going to put clean water in the clean water tank, empty out the dirty water tank. It's going to heat the water, wash the mop pads. At the end of the job, it's going to dry the mop pads with hot air. Now, I really do like the Mova app. It's very easy to use. We're going to tell it to go clean the corner testing area. We're going to do 2 passes, and we're going to do a custom vacuum and mop, intense vacuuming, about 28 for wetness.
Selected room cleaning.
Okay, the first thing the robot's going to do, it's going to wash the mop pads. It's going to fill the internal water tank up with water. You can hear a water pump kicking on. There's the clean water tank that I filled up earlier. And what you're hearing now is it's filling the internal water tank up with water inside the robot. Because as it cleans, it can spray water on top of the mop roll or the mop pads. Okay, now it's spinning the mop pads, and it's going to wash them before it goes and cleans that room. That's going to do 2 things. It gets the mop pads clean, but it also gets them nice and wet so that it can start mopping right away. And what you'll hear kick on is a dirty water pump once in a while. It's going to suck the water up into the dirty water tank. Now, this base station does not have a dirt detection sensor, so it's just going to suck the water up into the dirty water tank. I do like robots that have a dirt detection sensor. They can sense how dirty that water is being sucked up into the dirty water tank and then tell the robot to go back and remop that area. Okay, it's going to undock itself and travel to that room to start cleaning. Okay, let's see how well the Mova P10 Pro Gen 2 is going to clean up this big mess. We've got a bunch of dirt and debris in the corner, some muddy paw prints, a cable, and a sock. So it can extend one of the mop pads right up against the wall. And it has a side brush that it can extend to clean that corner. That's doing a pretty good job of cleaning. Wow, that's a pretty good job. So that furniture is right at just above 4 inches tall, so it can go under a piece of furniture that is 4 inches. And the first thing it's going to do the perimeter of the room first, and then it's going to go back and forth and make the nice straight lines. And because it has LiDAR navigation, it does a really good job of mapping your home. You can see it is laying down some good water. I've got the water turned up pretty high, and you can adjust that on a sliding scale. All right, it did run that cable over on the side. Let's see how it does when it hits it face on. It did see it a little too late. I would have liked for it to seen that cable a little sooner. It's going to get wrapped up into that cable. So let me take the cable away now. Now here it is. Here's the app, and it shows you exactly where the robot is. It does not take pictures though. There's where the robot is. I do like this feature where you can tell it to go somewhere else. Like if it's bothering, you can tell it to leave, or you can say, oh, there's a bigger mess in a different room, go clean that first. Okay, so it's going to start mopping the muddy paw prints. Wow, it's doing a pretty good job. I do have it, it's going to do 2 passes. So the first pass will be left, right. Let's see how it avoids the sock. So it did sense the sock. It is staying away from it. I wish it stayed a little farther away from it, but it is going to go around it now. All right, it's doing a pretty good job. There's a little bit of smearing left. And it's going to do 2 passes, which I recommend if you have big muddy messes in a room. It can do up to 3 passes, which would be very good. Wow, that did an excellent job. All right, it's finished up with the first pass. Now it's going to start the second pass. And it's going to do the perimeter of the room first. So there's a little bit left in that corner. Didn't quite get it. It didn't extend that side brush. Okay, I'm not sure why it didn't extend its mop or its side brush into the corner, but there's something seems a little different with this robot. I got to verify that it's pressing down with 12 nanometer. I don't know if they all, I got to see what the Mova P10 Pro does, but that did a really good job with those muddy paw prints. Long hair, there's some long hairs that are strung throughout this. It's missing some of them. Yeah, like that one, it just kind of mopped. So I wonder if they're going to come out with a Gen 2 with a camera. So there's a little bit left in this corner. This is the second pass. Yeah, that did an excellent job. Excellent job. Yeah, for a first time use, I'm very pleased with this robot so far. Okay, there's why. It didn't consider that the perimeter of the room. So that first time it went there, that was not the perimeter of the room. So now it's going to go back and forth. You're going to get the crisscross pattern now, I call it. So I like that it's still avoiding that sock. Gets a little close to it, but again, the final score will not come till I take this to my house. I got to use it for 3 months and just see, that's where you tell the most from these robots. They can perform flawlessly here or do really bad here, and can be completely different when you're using it at your house under just normal conditions. We don't pick our house up all the time. There's stuff on the floor. There's constantly shoes and socks and blankets. And we have different types of rugs, so I'll get to see all how it does with different rugs. But it seems like it's pushing down more. I can't verify that. I'm on the Mova P10 Pro, and I don't see anywhere where it talks about how much downward pressure those mop pads put. And again, check my website where you can find the upgrades for this. This looks like the standard mop pads, brush rollers. The side brush might be a little different, but I recommend there's 2 upgrades for this, for the dirty water tank and the tri-cut brush. You can find them on my website, justadadapproved.com. And that website will be getting completely redesigned to make it easier and better for you. It's January, middle of January, and I'm hoping by the middle of February for that to be done. It's going to have all the upgrades for robots. I'll have all the stuff for cleaning them, doing the maintenance. Mainly, you're going to see the scoring on these robots. So it's just going to be a quick, easy place to go to. There's a hair left over. Looks like it was able to get that hair finally. There's a few here and there. But wow, is that corner clean? The muddy paw prints. It did not do very good with the obstacle avoidance on a cable. The app seems like it has the new style with the slider bar. You can wash the mop pad now. I like all of this design. This is very nice. There's where it avoided the sock. It's all done now. It's going to travel back to this new redesigned dock.
Returning to the dock to charge.
I'm in its way. And again, the listing for this went away on Amazon. I'm not sure. I bought it off Amazon, but now the listing's gone. So I think I got an early release that sometimes things pop up on Amazon they don't intend. But there's that new dock. That's even newer than the X50, the Dreamy X50, the Mova V50. It's got these heating pads, which it talks about this 1 hour quick dry or something. But I didn't see a setting for it. Maybe that's the 1 hour. Again, very little info. I want more information on these. All right. Now, I didn't have a problem with my water tank. There has been some problems with it sucking water up.
Auto empty.
All right, the auto empty doesn't sound super loud. I'll check, make sure the dustbin is empty.
Start cleaning mop pads.
I have had on a Dreamy L10, I think it was the Gen 2, where I had to prime this pump. Basically, take that water hose with this tank installed and force water into that hose. if you have problems. But here's the dirty water tank. Out of the box, it's working, other than I can hear a part rattling around inside the robot. Like a little screw or something when I shake the robot. But it seems to be working very well. No dirt detection sensor. It sounds pretty much like a standard Mova P10 Pro or a V50. You're hearing the mop pads spin. There's nothing, it doesn't detach the mop pads. There was no setting for that. Yeah, right now this all sounds pretty standard. Nothing too out of the normal.
Task completed. Please empty the used water tank timely. Start dehydrating mop pads.
Okay, the fan, you can hear the fan. It's not super quiet, but it's not super noisy either. Again, I don't know much about that drying. I got to learn more about that drying of the mop pad. Here's the dirty water tank. There's all the dirt that was on the floor. Let's make sure. Yeah, that's hot. That metal's hot. It did empty the dustbin all the way. That's good.
Paused.
Here's the bottom of the robot. Mop pads look clean. I do have hair wrap, so you're going to want to get the tri-cut brush. Yeah. The tri-cut brush is going to help with long hairs, side brush. Everything else looks fine. Very next video is coming, the L40 Gen 2. So this will be... I just did the P10 Pro Gen 2. It comes in a sideways box, but anxious for this one now. Again, I buy these with my own money. Check out my website, justadadapproved.com. Now, I have a bunch of robots coming from my house. Now, the Mobius 60, I'm getting ready to do the cleaning and my final verdict on it. Same with the Z60. I'm going to do the cleaning and the 3-month real world test on it. And I'll be giving you my final result on it. But I've got the Dreamy Matrix 10 at my house. The Aqua 10 is coming home. It's been at my house for almost 3 months. It's coming back to the studio for, I'm going to do the cleaning and give you my final test results on it. And I think it'll be pretty surprising. So that video is coming real soon. So be sure and check out my website. I've got some fun things planned for that. It's going to be changing in the future, but right now you can see where all the top robots that I pick. There's even a section for best upgrades for robot vacuum cleaners. And so I've got all kinds of information where you're going to see quick and easy. Sometimes you don't have time to watch the videos, but you can always go to my website, justadadapproved.com. There's going to be a link in the video right here in a box you can click on. It's going to take you there. Again, I do use affiliate links. I'm an affiliate with Amazon and Walmart. If you click on the link, the product's not going to cost you anymore, but I do earn a small commission. So I buy and test these robots with my own money so you don't waste yours. That's my job. I don't want you to waste your money on a bad robot. If that's helpful, make sure you subscribe because prices and products change fast. So go to my website, justadadapproved.com. I have an email list, and when a product that I highly recommend goes on sale, I send an email out. I don't send out a bunch of emails, just when products that I love and I want to save you money. So again, thanks everybody for watching. So stick with me and I'll help you avoid wasting money.